And today I'm on the road. I'm at a seminar right now with Tony Robbins, and I'm just excited about what I'm learning, but to make me a better person. And when Greg Provenzano told me that, that made me a better leader. Just like I want you guys to draw the line in the sand and make a decision. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great honor and privilege to bring on our co-founder of our company of ACN. And without further ado, can we give a warm welcome to the co-founder, Mr. Greg Provenzano?
Well, hello, everyone. I hope you're all well. You all look wonderful. And I am grateful to be on this call. And and I'm not just telling you that I'm grateful to be on the call. I really am grateful to be here. And I'm even more grateful for the time that we're going to be able to spend together. And I hope that every single one of you that are on this line here today are not just on the line just to show that you participated in something or that you're hooked up on a Zoom call, because there's many of you that are not on camera, and I don't know what the reason is, but I just don't want your attention to be diverted, because, whenever I do a call such as this, I want you to know that I just don't get on and just flippantly, talk about things just to spend time. I'm busy. You're busy. There's a lot of things going on in all of our lives. That doesn't even need to be said. So whatever I do something, I want it to be meaningful. I want it to be impactful. I want to be able to impart to you some things that I believe will move the needle for you. And so I hope that you're in an area where you're able to pay attention. Those of you that are not on camera, I hope that you can hear me very clearly and you're able to take good notes, because what I am going to do for all of you today is I'm going to give you a preview of what I'm going to be talking about on tomorrow's RC and above call. As all of you know, we have a call. And the reason why I'm giving you a preview of it is because the things that I'm about to tell you have been on my heart for the last few weeks. And I wrote down some things that I prepared for the regional coordinators and above. And so if you're not an RC, consider this a gift. If you are an RC, then I would invite you to be on the call tomorrow. And maybe some of the things that I talk about today will further be ingrained in you so that you can go on and do some great things in your ACM business. Is that fair enough? So I'm glad to be on this call. And the overarching idea that I want to get across to you today, actually, there's two of them. Number one is I want you to know that I want you to envision yourself right now on the other side of my desk. I'm in my home office right now. I just want you to envision yourself on the other side of my desk. I got two chairs that are very comfortable, that when I have people come to my home, they want to sit and talk. That's where they sit. I want you to think about that's where we're at right now. I don't want you to think about me being the president of ACN at all. The mindset that I want you to have during this Zoom call right now is that I want you to consider us friends. I want you to consider us spending time together. We got a cup of coffee or a cold drink, whatever you like, and you're with somebody that cares enough about you, that wants to give you some bits of wisdom that will help you to take your businesses and your lives to the next level. And so that's where we're at right now. And here's the first thing I want you to write in your notes is I want to prepare you to experience ACN unusual. Because how many of you know the usual don't work? The usual will not work for you. We have to get out of that comfort zone and do something unusual. And so I want to give you some things today that are going to help you to close out 2023 and to go into 2024 in full momentum. But it's going to require you to get out of your usual. Because if I were to ask you this question, How many of you would like to be further along in your ACN business than you are right now? I already know the answer, because that answer is true for me too. You know, as much as we've done in 30 plus years, I always want to do more. I'm always doing things like Al Thomas is doing. I'm constantly reading, constantly taking notes, constantly applying principles of things that I heard on a daily basis, that I listen to and that I read. I'm constantly in a state of personal growth, because if the leader stops learning, in my opinion, the leader should stop leading. So you always got to sharpen your axe. And that's why we're on this Zoom call today. You guys are all sharpening your axe. You want to become better. You want to do things in a bigger way. And so I want to close out 2023 strong. But in order to do that, you got to get out of unusual. Because we internally, we as leaders and co-founders of ACN, we are in full preparation mode for 2024. And we have a lot of things planned for next year. We've already picked the theme for 2024. I'm not going to tell you what the theme is. Don't think I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But we have a lot planned for all of 2024, and specifically a lot planned for the first quarter of 2024, because we want to jumpstart the 31st year of our opportunity. And so the first thing that we made a decision on, and I would encourage you to make the same decision, so write this down. In 2024, we are going to be laser focused as to where we're going to be spending our time and who we're going to give our energy to. I would encourage you all to do the very same thing. I would encourage you all to make that decision in advance of 2024 happening. Don't waste your time with people that are draining you. Don't give your energy to people that don't love what you do and want to promote where the direction that you're heading for your life. Make that decision in advance. And so right now, I just want to give you some thought and some ideas that are running through my head, is that we all have a great advantage of being with this companies, because you have co-founders that have a bird's eye view and are consistent in our effort in looking at what's working and what's not working. And because we're so involved, because we're continuing to look at things that people are doing that are working, what people are doing that are not working, we can give you best practices in every communication that we give. So what I'm about to tell you is not theory. What I'm about to tell you is something that will take your businesses and your lives to the next level. So I hope that you're paying attention. Who's ready? You ready? So my goal on this call is to point you in a direction of discovery. That's it. It's going to be a self-discovery for you as to whether or not what you're doing is making a difference, or what you're doing is just going through the motions. And what I'm about to tell you, I learned a long time ago. And this is what I learned, is that there's a difference between traders and investors in the financial markets. Now, I'm not here to talk to you about financial markets, but I'm here to share with you a principle that applies to ACN. When you're a trader, when you're a stock trader, you have little to no confidence in the companies that you're trading. All that you want to do is get in, make a little hit, and get out. You're looking for an immediate payoff. You don't have a lot of confidence in the longevity of these companies. All you want to do is get in, make a hit, and get out. That's a trader. An investor has a different set of strategies. An investor, they're in it for the long haul of the company. The ups and downs in the market don't bother them. They don't pay attention to a downturn in the market or a downturn in the stock. Why? Because they bought into the ideals and principles and vision of what? The company. They bought into the opportunity that the company is bringing to the marketplace, and they believe by aligning with this company and doing what's required, that they will take the ride along with the company that they put their full belief in. Does that all make sense to you? In 2024, I'm not interested in associating with, spending time with, giving energy to people that have a trader mindset. I'm only interested in hanging out with people and spending time with people and pouring into people that have an investor mindset, where you've bought into the company, you've bought into the vision and the opportunity of the company, you're willing to sacrifice for and pay a price for your family, and not put blame or excuses where it doesn't warrant being. Does that make sense to you? So this is now listen, I'm just telling you where I'm choosing to spend my time. I would encourage you all to do the same. So right now, before 2024 hits, we are looking for mission-minded people. So my question to you is, what is your mission? Why are you aligned with ACN in the first place? Because I believe that most people at ACN, you've lost sight into the big picture of what we do as a company. So I want to remind all of you, number one, why we do what we do. Number two, how we do it. And number three, what we do. I think it's important for you to understand the why. Because I get this question asked of me all the time. Greg, why do you continue to work so hard at ACN after 31 years when most founders have checked out after 10 years? Why do you continue to be involved at the depth and at the level that you are involved with the company? Why do you continue to do what you do? And my answer to them is this: because this is more than a business to us. This should be more than a business to you. We are in the business, listen closely, everyone. Remember, you're on the other side of my desk and we're just having a cold drink and having fun. Listen, we're in the business of changing people's lives. We're not in the business of selling healthcare, selling energy, selling telecom, selling security. Do we do those things? Yes. But our business is changing lives. How do we change people's lives? By offering an opportunity to be involved with a company that has our ideals and principles that people have bought into. Our opportunity is tremendous, especially especially now in today's world. I don't know if any of you noticed lately, but going to the grocery store is not a very pleasant experience. Going to the gas pumps is not a very pleasant experience. People need supplementary income, higher discretionary income, more so now than ever, and we can provide it for them. It isn't just about exchanging hours for dollars. See, the majority of people that don't know about ACN, they go out and exchange hours for dollars to generate that discretionary income that they need, but they're not building anything. At ACN, you can get paid today while you build something for tomorrow. That's a dream come true. That's changing lives. So we change lives. How do we do it? With the opportunity. And what do? We provide value on services that people need, want, and use every day and pay for every single month. So when you look at the why, the how, and the what, ACN is a formula to be reckoned with. How many of you would agree with that? And all that we need to do is tell the story. Tell the story about how wonderful this opportunity is that can change people's lives. Now that we've got that out of the way, can I talk to you about you? You're on the other side of my desk. We're having a conversation. Here's what I would say to you. We're accustomed to celebrating the beginning of something. A birth, a marriage, starting a business, right? We celebrate those things. We also are accustomed to celebrating the end of something. We celebrate a life when somebody passes on. We celebrate when somebody graduates, when they paid a price. We celebrate somebody when they started a business and they're becoming successful at a business. Those are points of celebration of a beginning and the end. But very few of us ever want to talk about celebrating in the middle. Celebrating in the middle. Right now, we are all in the middle of something. We're not where we want to be, but listen, we're all much further along than when you began. Yes or no? Yeah. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm much further along than when we were 30 years ago. I want to celebrate the middle. I want to celebrate where we're at. See, some of you on this line, you beat yourselves up so bad because you want to be so much further along. But how about celebrating where you're at? Feeling good about where you're at. Look how far you've come. Maybe you started an exercise program and you have this vision of the strength that you want to have, or the body that you want to have, or the weight loss that you want to have. And you're not where you want to be, but man, if you lost 2 pounds of the 20, celebrate the 2. At least you didn't gain 2. In your ACN business, I want you to celebrate where you're at. I don't want you to beat yourself up any longer. I want you to celebrate the fact that you're an ETL or an RC or an RD or an RVP or an SVP, knowing that you want to be better. and to grow bigger. But at least be grateful for where you're at. How many of you can be grateful? Can you be grateful? There's 3 keys that I want to talk to you about. After you start feeling better about where you're at today, and you stop beating yourselves up. I think that's critical, everyone. I think there's 3 keys to help you to grow through that process from where you're at to being ultimately grateful for where you want to be. Here they are. Number 1, you got to be relentless in your pursuit of building ACN. Now, what does being relentless mean? That means doing it when you feel like it and when you don't. Doing it when the people are around you are dumping negativity around you. They don't believe in what you're doing. They heard about ACN. They don't believe about ACN because, you know, somebody in ACN didn't do them right. And now the ACN opportunity is tainted in your area. You know, that happens, right? Everybody doesn't operate the way that we operate. And now you got to overcome some of those objections. How do you do it? With unwavering belief about who you're with and what you're doing and having that mission mindset. So you got to be relentless in your pursuit of ACN, doing it when you feel like it and when you don't, when you have energy and when you don't, when you're excited and when you're not. You got to be relentless. You got to be bulletproof with what you're doing. The second thing is you got to be consistent. See, being relentless will get you there, but being consistent will keep you there. Being consistent with what? Phase 1 activity, recruiting, customer acquisition, billing revenue, qualifications, promotions in your organization. Those are the things that you need to be consistent with. And then once you're relentless and you're consistent, now your gratefulness will increase where you're at. Once you get those 3 things down, I want you to know that the last thing is something that I want to have stick with you for the rest of your ACN career. Here it is. The magic that you've been looking for is in the work that you've been avoiding. What work have you been avoiding that is delaying your success? See, folks, this is a season. December of 2023 is a season for you to take responsibility for your life. For you to take responsibility for your business. Because we can't change what we don't own. And if you can take full responsibility for where you're at, don't point the finger of blame, but at the same time, be grateful for where you're at, knowing that by you taking responsibility and you are no longer going to avoid the very thing that is going to help you to become successful, that you're going to go through whatever you got to go through in fast fashion, and you take responsibility for everything, 2024 will be a tremendous year for you. And if I were you, here's my message to the RCs tomorrow. We've already started 2024 in our mind as a company. We've jump-started 2024 a month early. I would encourage you to do the very same thing. Why do you want to wait for a New Year's resolution on January 1st? How about if we start your New Year's resolution on December the 5th? How would you like to get a 26-day jump start on a brand new year? Would you like to have that happen? Al Thomas opened up this call with a conversation that I had with him a long time ago about drawing the line in the sand. I would encourage you all to do the very same thing. To draw that line and make a decision and take responsibility and have an investor mindset and not a trader mindset. A trader mindset is, let me get all I can get because I don't really believe in anything that I'm doing. I just need to make some money. People can smell a phony a mile away, everyone. And if you're not totally sold out to the opportunity of this company, then people will know, they'll smell you out, and you will not attract the people that you want to attract to be as big as you want to be and to build leadership like the compensation plan is requiring you to do. I would encourage you all to think bigger, to do more, to take responsibility, but be grateful for where you're at. Stop beating yourself up about what you didn't do. Today's a new day. December the 5th is a new day. A new season starts now, and it will start with your decision and a lot of action and a lot of work. And it can start in advance of the new year of 2024 beginning. Is that fair enough? I have hoped that all of this information has helped all of you today. And my thoughts are so crystal clear about what all of these things that I mentioned to you will do for you. I know it. I've seen it happen to thousands of people already. There's no reason why it can't happen for you. So Al, thanks for connecting us on. I hope that I provided some value for you and your organization. God bless all of you. Merry Christmas to all of you. Have a wonderful holiday season with your families. And I'm looking forward to a great 2024 with every single one of you. God bless you.